Hey guys, Epic Man here. I know it's been a while, but I've just been really preoccupied with work and whatnot. But I am getting back into like deck building and stuff like that, especially with some of the new sets we just had. Like I have a Neos deck that I might do a deck profile of. I have a Crystal Beast deck profile that I'm trying to make. I made a Cyber Dark one out of that structure deck. Might do a deck profile of that as well. But for today's video, another deck that not really recent support for, but I was able to actually afford 3 cards out of the Megaton, which is Pot of Prosperity. And since I got those, they seemed useful for the deck. So, for today, I built an Exodia deck. So let me just get started with that. The extra deck you don't really go into, obviously. The extra deck's just there for your draw power engine. So, for starters, I run the 5 pieces of Exodia. After that, I also run 3 copies of Incarnate. And then I also run 2 more monsters for the deck. Well, not 2 more monsters, sorry, there was more of them. There we go. And then I also run 1 Exodius. Sorry. And then 1 Exodia Necros. Out of these two, the only one you really otherwise go into besides Incarnate would be Exodius, to shuffle back your monsters from the graveyard, getting you back your Exodia pieces into the deck for problematic times. I've never actually went into Necros. The deck keeps adding them back from the graveyard beforehand and even after the fact, so he's just in there for in case you are able to go into him, but he's not really necessary or needed. Then finally, I run 3 copies of Battle Fader. It was going to be Swift Scarecrow, but I actually like Battle Fader. Or rather the fact I don't really own Swift Scarecrow, I own Battle Fader. But I find that he still works well. So that's it for the monsters. Now on to the spell cards. I run 3 Pot of Prosperity. I run 3 copies of Pot of Extravagance. And I run 3 copies of Pot of Duality. So basically 6 pot cards to help with the draw power. Now for the one-ofs, I run 1 Terraforming, 1 Contract with the Forbidden One, or with Exodia, 1 Gold Sarcophagus, 1 Day of Peace, 1 Dark World Dealings, and finally, in this one, a lot of people might not like, Mystic Mine. I know, a very annoying card, but it's really useful for this deck. And annoying. Now finally, on to the traps. I run 3 copies of Obliterate. Three Reckless Greed. These are useful for if you have 2 of them on your field. Sure, you'll skip only 2 draw phases, but it gives you 4 cards that way. And if you ever have all 3 on the field, that's 6 cards, which is pretty fun. Then I run 3 Jar of Greeds. And then finally, I run 3 Good Goblin Housekeeping, which is good because activating 1 gives you 1 card, activating another with 1 in your grave gives you 2, then activating the last one gives you 3. So, really good draw power. And then finally for the extra deck, which again is not, doesn't really matter what's in it. I just added a bunch of random together because it's just there for the extravs and the, prosperity. So I have 3 Proxy Dragon, 2 Doolittle Chimera, 2 Lanfornificus, 1 Link Spider, 1 Mistar Boy, 1 Pentstag, 1 Flame Administrator, 1 Quad Barrel Dragon, 1 Triple Burst Dragon, 1 Ripidorcus, and 1 Degusto Emerald. But that's essentially my Exodia deck profile. I know I've probably done some in the past, but this is what with the latest cards like Prosperity, because I haven't had a copy of that until just now. And testing the deck out, it actually does really well, and I absolutely love the Pot of Prosperity. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. More deck profiles coming soon, hopefully. Till then, Epic Man out.